Interviews, we got some knowledge. Let us say we have gained the different types of knowledge from the different types of resources, maybe by teaching, by learning on your own, by conducting the different experiments in the labs, and even we have some kind of online courses and several things we have done. But now the question is, are we ready for the going for a placement? Before coming to this point, I wanted to give small kind of thing related to thing which I learned almost around 30 years back. This was an interview which was conducted by, at that time, that was a DD channel, and that interviewer was the Sanjay Kapoor. He is one of the leading chef at that time. He was saying one important thing, that is, what you are cooking at the backside is not the matter, but what you present to the customer is matter for us. The same thing you can able to narrate with the tea. When you take the tea at outside, it is costing maximum at rupees 10 rupees, but when you go for the 5-star hotels, it is costing around, sometimes it may be around 1000 rupees. What is the difference? The difference is presentation. What you are doing at backside is not the matter. How you are presenting yourself is matter.
I may be saying you n number of times so and so things, but something we used to say, right? Garki murgi dal barabar, right? So intlo valam enta cheptunna sare, it's something pattadu. Kani something an expert like Kunisha Reddy ma'am coming over here and spending time for you guys, make sure 100% you get whatever she is delivering, because Talent Spend is one of the premier organization. Whichever offerings are from them are really exceptional, and one of the best live example is with you guys. Gayatri is doing a V program, Google V program, and really it's with some exceptional way of handling the things. Really speaking, I am 100% sure she will be the first person from your batch to get placed via Talent Sprint. So just a small thing from Talent Sprint being offered today physically in our campus. Make utilize of those session, whatever Kunisha ma'am has been going to deliver to you.
What is the whole point of today's meeting? Anyone? What is the title of the session? So what does that mean to you? How ready are you for your interview? Okay. How ready are you all for your interviews? Is there anyone here who's ready? Hands up. Confident? Why not? Can you guys tell me some of the problems that you feel you might have? Some reason why you are not ready? Anyone? You don't have to stand up and all, it's not formal. You can just shout from your seat also, that's fine. Why do you think you are not ready? What do you think you're missing? I know I'm used to taking online sessions, and at least there I can't see faces, so silence is expected. Here I'm looking at you guys. Come on. Confidence and way of presentation. Now, those are two very different things, and that's a very good point. I can be very confident and walk in today with a crumpled kurta. Will that reflect well? You can all see how I'm dressed today in a very formal way, very sanskari person. With my hair neat, right? I've put a little makeup also. Does that mean without this I'm not smart? Thank you for saying no. So why is this important? Why is all of this necessary? For my confidence, I'm very confident without it also. I'll be in my pajamas, very confident. To present well, why? This PPT will not work if I'm not wearing an iron kurta set. What? It reflects on what? The PPT? I assure you, I was not dressed like this when I created that PPT. And it's a very good PPT, huh? I'm proud of it. So, why is this important? People's first impression. What is your first impression of me? Compliments, please. Yeah, professional compliments, please. I am still a teacher here. Yes. What is your first impression of me when you saw me like this? Presentable. Okay. That's a very diplomatic word. What else? I'm looking for very basic, neat. Unless there's something wrong with my head. It's okay? Okay. From the moment I opened my mouth, the way I'm speaking to you, what's your impression of me? I'm confident. Thank you. What else? The way I'm speaking right now. How many of you think I speak like this all the time? Little bit of an accent is there. Is there or not? Why? I can talk to you, in a super chill manner also when it really doesn't matter, yeah. Gayatri and Zeba will know this. But today, standing on this stage, I'm talking to you in a very formal way. Why? Why? Simply because it is appropriate. Is there any rule written that when you attend a wedding, you have to wear formal attire and attend? Why if you go in normal, for girls if you go in a normal kurta pajama, for guys if you go in jeans and t-shirt, they'll kick you out or what? But you still dress well, right, when you go to a wedding? Why? You are not getting married. Photos. Photo you can take at home also. Why do you have to wear that attire to go to someone else's wedding? Anyone? Now wedding season is just happening, right? So ever since December, everyone and their brother is getting married. How many of you have attended a wedding in the past 3-4 months? Last week. And you got dressed up, right? Naturally, if not anything, some powder on your face you would have put and gone. Why? Why is it important to dress like that for a wedding? Impress someone. That is a different mission itself. I'll not go there. It is suitable for that occasion, correct? How many of you feel like how many of you agree if I say there's nothing wrong with wearing shorts? It's not indecent. It's shorts. It's hot outside, I'm wearing shorts. Yes? You agree? Shorts are appropriate attire for summer. Will you come to college wearing shorts? Why? They'll kick you out. Apart from that, why will they kick you out? It's not appropriate. Therefore, every situation has some appropriate attire and behavior. Agree? So today, we are going to learn how to change student attire and behavior. I'm not going to tell you what to wear, but you'll understand as we go through the PPT. How to change from a student standpoint to an interviewee standpoint. Okay? Now, how many of you behave one way with your friends and another way with your family? Hands? Hands up then. Give me some. Someone said person. Sorry? See, if you have a joke, say it loudly. I also like to laugh. Good, I like this energy. Please keep it going till the end also when it gets a little dry in the middle. Huh? But it's basically a persona. Now, you all have been at practice to develop your student persona since you were what? 3-4 years old? Ever since your milk teeth? Right? So suddenly if someone says, now be a professional, how can you do it? Have you all been in this situation where, with all due respect to all the teachers over here, in class 10 you'll ask a doubt. They'll say, no, you'll learn it in intermediate. When you go to intermediate, they'll say, you didn't learn this in class 10 or what? Have you been in this situation? Yes. So when people tell you, you are in your college, now you should be prepared for interviews. How? Do you guys remember when you changed from good morning ma'am to good morning ma'am? Yes. I personally got yelled at least 5 times in school. What are you saying good morning like one small child? And I said, but yesterday also you were our teacher only. How come your expectations have changed in one summer holiday? How have they changed? this is what the world expects of us. The world expects us to know what to do to change and to change like that. Because if you are not prepared, someone who's managed to get prepared in summer vacation is ahead of you. And all things considered, as much as individuality and fairness and everything is good and right, this is a race, isn't it? Very much so. Already all of you have the same qualifications on your resume. So you all are equal contenders for whatever position that you all apply for. What makes you different and what makes you special? How many of you think there is an exact replica of you somewhere in the world? Not just face-wise. Body, not body. Personality, thought process, experiences, everything exactly the same. Really? Exactly like you? Grew up in the same house? To the same parents? Had all this? Then that is experience, right? Approximate? No, exact I said. You are students of science. I expect more. Exact same. There is no one who is the exact same. So why should your resume look exactly like the person's next to you? There has to be some difference. There has to be some change. Can we go to the next slide, please? Right. So we're going to talk about professional personas, a quick recap of what needs to be on your resumes, cover letter writing, interview introductions, a couple of FAQs, and finally, do's and don'ts of interviews. Now, my students will know I like talking a lot. So please feel free to interrupt me, raise your hand, ask questions whenever you want. Alright, this is, as much as this is, well, an auditorium, it's very much going to be a classroom today. Okay? Cool? I'm very used to virtual classes. I keep thumbs up all the time. Alright. Yeah. Y'all don't have notebooks here, do you? Y'all have your phones? Take them out. Now I'm trusting you. Don't open Candy Crush and all. Don't WhatsApp each other. I want you to imagine yourself in 5 years working at your dream company. What does that person, 1, look like? 2, act like? 3, think like? When I was a student, I kind of imagined something like this. I look polished and professional. I act very confident. I think that I'm not as confident as I look and sound, but that is my own problem. So I want you guys to to write down these 3 points. What does 5 years from now you, the professional you, look like? Next, act like. And third, think like. I'll give you 5 minutes. Please write it down. Yes? Yes. Do you think what you've written down is achievable? Yes. How soon? 5 years?
2 years.
2 years. Is the point to become like this only after you get a job? How do you get the actual job? Have any of you heard, dress for the job you want, not for the one you have? Have you heard this saying before? So why not? Why only dress? Conduct yourself in the way that your future employed self would. Won't that help you get there? At some point, you have to stop being a student. That doesn't mean you stop learning. That means you actually grow up into an adult. How many of you think you are adults now? If someone asks you, are you an adult? Would you say yes? Hands up if you're an adult. Okay. Right? My life, my rules. That doesn't come because someone says, okay, beta, now you can say my life, my rules. You have to actually start acting like it. Right? How old do you guys think I am? 40.
20 plus.
I brought this on myself, didn't I?
27.
How many of you think I'm 30? Hands up. or somewhere around my 30s? Late 30s. Okay. Early 30s. Y'all don't get to say anything, y'all know. Okay. Late 20s? Few months back I turned 25. Do I act like a 25-year-old? Am I acting like one right now? I have taken on what I call an auntie persona. When I'm in my kitchen, I stare out the window and see who's coming and going. No, but jokes aside, what is a typical 24, 25-year-old act like? Not like this. Why am I able to tell you you should listen to me? Not because of my age, but because of how I'm acting, how I'm presenting myself, and the matter I'm telling you, right? So, thank you. So, why are you waiting for 5 years to behave like a professional? I've been behaving like this for the past 2 years, ever since Talent Sprint hired me. Right? And I behaved like that before that also, so that Talent Sprint would hire me. And that is the key. You need to present yourself, not to say that I'm like this right now, but tomorrow I can be that. You have to say, I am like this, full stop. You will need this in your institution, in your organization. That's how you advertise yourself. Do they say Pepsi, if you buy tomorrow it will be bubbly? Or they say today it's nice and fizzy, wow, buy it. Right? They advertise what the product is. You can't make promises for what it will be tomorrow and say guaranteed 100% I'll give you in writing. Tomorrow I'll be like this. Who will believe you? What proof are you showing? Now we talk about the resume. Next slide, please. Thank you. Yeah. No, we're missing one. One slide back. Yeah, thank you. How many of you have already created your resumes? Okay. How many of you are excited when you look at your resumes? You look at it and you say, wow, nice resume. That means you've not worked on it enough. The correct attitude, that not something that you should have, but something that happens, is that you look at your resume and you say, I never want to see this again. That is how much you need to work and rework and edit and change, and my God. You have to edit it to such a point where you're sick of looking at it. I'm currently sick of my resume. I changed one paragraph in it since last year. I worked on it for 3 days just to align it properly. Not because I'm bad at aligning, but because somehow it was just not looking perfect. And now, even though I believe it looks really nice, I don't want to look at that document again. At least until I have to apply for another job. That is how hard you need to work on your resume. In order to help you, is there anything that's missing on your resume from this list over here? I don't have to explain what it is. Your name and title, obviously. Can anyone tell me the difference between title and title or designation and occupation? Title or dedication, title or designation, those are synonyms, and occupation. What's the difference? Is there a difference? How many of you say yes, there is a difference? Is that because I said what is the difference? Think about it. If I ask you, or if you ask me, what is your designation, Kunisha? What do you expect me to say? Trainer, communications trainer, corporate skills trainer. Do you think that's what it says on my ID card, my company ID card? The designation is a position you hold in the company you have. Also, your title. Right? If I tell you what my designation is in Talent Sprint, it is consultant delivery. You will say Swiggy or Zomato. Huh? Right? It doesn't make sense without context. Unless you're in the education business, the term delivery means a very different thing. But if you ask me, Kunisha, what do you do? What is your occupation, I will tell you, I'm a corporate soft skills trainer. You see the difference? So, what is your occupation? I'm asking you, all of you, what is your occupation? Student. Designation? Someone might be CR. Someone might be